Here we go. Hey, everybody. Happy Saturday to all of you. I'm sharing this into my Facebook community. Deep breaths. It is ridiculously hot today in Alabama. I am at home, breathing, relaxing, enjoying a little family time, playing auntie a little bit today as well. And so I felt like today was a perfect day to go live for just a few and talk about a topic that I have been coaching on all week long. Okay. I'm going to go live on Instagram too because this is so good. What person man? Oh, I know what it is. Here we go. All right. Okay. Hey, everybody. What's going on? Happy Saturday. I'm going live in all the places. So you guys bear with me because I really want to do a one-stop shop today. All right. Hey everyone, thanks for hanging out. How you guys doing? We're going to talk real good today. I'm excited about our topic. I have not been live like all week. I have been a coaching monster in the best way. We have just so many amazing women. Hi Janisha, so many amazing women coming in. And so for that reason, like yesterday, I was like coaching back to back to back to back to back yesterday. And so I've just been moving even through lunchtime, between kids and school. Y'all already know what it is. There we go. All right, I'm grabbing my coffee cup because we're going to coach for just a little bit today. Happy Saturday, everyone. I hope that you are well, that your family is well, and that you're feeling very blessed. I have my afternoon coffee in hand for just a few minutes to talk about something that is near and dear to my heart that I, as a leader, have, of course, experienced. But I've also been coaching a lot on this topic today as well. And so if you have experienced it, check in. If you're not sure, if you're coming or going sometimes, check in a little bit. Somebody said, I'm making my coffee now too, sis. Y'all know, if you know, you know. Like it just is what it is. It's Saturday. We got to make the magic happen. Okay. So we're going to just coach for a little bit. I am excited about what we're going to talk about. And the reason why is because it's very needed. I wanted to get comfortable today and illuminate this topic because if we don't, it can continue to wreak havoc on our minds, on how we're doing our schedules, on how efficient we are if we're not mindful of what our brains are doing on a day-to-day basis. Okay. And so today, Christine, am here. We're going to talk about for a little bit imposter syndrome. We kind of know what it is, but I'm going to break it down into Mamathon verbiage. Okay, we're going to coach a little, but then also how imposter syndrome is the result of lack of sufficiency. How a lot of times we have the core of everything that we need, but we begin to feel that imposter syndrome rising up inside of us because I don't feel like I am sufficient. Surely, somewhere along the way, I'm missing something. Okay. Surely, somewhere along the way, I am wondering if I am the person for the job. Somewhere along the way, I am questioning if I am ready, capable, up to the job, all the things. And so our minds begin to almost play a trick on us to confuse us about if now is actually the time. Okay. And so I went and did a little bit of research before I hopped online today because y'all know I like to be ready if I'm going to do like a pop-up teaching. Imposter syndrome is defined as, y'all ready? It's defined as feeling anxious and not experiencing your success internally. Feeling anxiety in your body. We all know what that feels like. It can come up in your shoulders. It can be experienced as your heart rate picking up, as your brain shutting down in some ways. You're feeling anxious and you're not experiencing success internally. You don't feel like you are actually the walking emblem of your success. Okay. And this happens to many of us despite us being high performing. Okay. Now, maybe Your challenges come from you not feeling like you're high performing. Maybe your challenges are coming from you are doubting right now about your capabilities or if you're up to the task. All fine and good. But usually you have killed the game in one way or another, whether that is you have been efficient in managing your own affairs, you have been efficient in giving to others, you've been efficient in following through on a goal and completing it. Whatever that is, you have performed in a high achieving way, some kind of way throughout the course of your life. And so imposter syndrome can still creep up on the very best of us, okay? On the very best of us. Because even though we're high performing, even though we're killing the game and we're achieving, internally, I don't feel like that. Inside, I don't see myself the way other people see me. I was telling the client of mine earlier today, she was like, I know you just never have any bad days. I said, girl, who told you I don't have any bad days? Every single day, all of the emotional work, the thought work, the focus stuff that I tell you all to do as clients, I've already done that work on myself. So, yeah, I still have days where I'm like, girl, you are crazy. Just hang it up. But then these incredible wins are always happening, but I expect them to happen because I've done my inner work. Okay. So imposter syndrome is when you feel anxious, you're not experiencing your success internally. You're not even sure about if you're coming or going some days. Some days you flat out feel like a fraud. You feel like a fraud. You feel like a phony. You doubt your own capabilities. And the people that usually identify with imposter syndrome the most, the people who usually feel this anxiety, like they're not experiencing their success on an internal level, the people that usually have this problem the most, hey, everybody, are high achieving women, high performing women, women who have so many receipts, it's not even funny. You're clearly a killer in the game. You're clearly the baddest to do it. You're that chick. Everybody else tells you that you're that chick. Everybody else tells you, wow, I really want to do what you're doing. But something inside of you doesn't resonate with that. Have you ever felt anxiety in your body, right? Like I was just talking about this, how when you begin to feel anxious, you feel it in your heart, you feel it in your chest, you feel it in your shoulders, your brain wants to shut down. You begin to have some very zigzag thoughts in your mind. Anxiety shows up in all of us in different ways. But you can feel this thought of being anxious on a physical level, right? Like we've all felt that inside. Wow, I just really feel anxious. It's a thought that's happening in your mind, but it's manifesting in a physical way. Wave at me in the comments if you've experienced that. I have, right? Hey sis, she says, I get it. Okay, it's a emotion, it's a thought, but you can feel it showing up in your physical body. Now, I want you to imagine instead feeling like you are capable, ready, excited, brilliant, focused, on the job. You're the woman for the job. Imagine feeling that physically in your body. Feeling it. Oh my goodness. In me, it's like it's like a pick me up. I can feel internally, it picks me up inside. I can feel it. It's a thought that I have about myself, about my situation, about my life, about the results that I'm creating in my goals. Okay. But I can feel it internally in my body. Just like you can feel anxiety in your body, you can also feel sufficiency in your body. And that's what we're going to talk more about today, because very often when we are feeling imposter syndrome, when we're feeling like we're not the woman for the job, all of these things, hi rejoice. In all of this, usually the people who are the most susceptible to this situation, to feeling imposter syndrome, are those of us who have the greatest reason not to. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Usually those of us who feel this the most are the ones who don't have a reason to. The feeling inside of, I've done all the things, that feeling of, I know I can keep going. Okay? These feelings of belief, like just believing inside, okay? So just as much as I can think and feel anxious, feel sad, feel anything and feel it in my body, I can also think to myself, Christina, you are seriously the Olivia Pope for working moms. Like when I step on the scene and we start working together, I just want you to know what you feel like is this big, gigantic issue is actually not an issue. Hello, thank you for being here. Like what you feel like is big and larger than life and is this gigantic issue is actually not a thing. Here's how I know this. I was talking to one of my ladies this week, and so one of my girls I love dearly, she reached out to me. She was like, listen, Christina, my financial situation, I'm just not sure if I can make it to the conference, which is October the 27th through the 29th in Atlanta, Georgia. If you want to come to the conference, DM me after this live is over. Yes, we have space for you. And if you want to be there, we want you to be there. Okay. So I was like, listen, what do you mean you're not coming? Like, what's going on? She said, I have some financial stuff. I was like, the conference is 2 months away. I was like, can I just call you on the phone? So Lou, y'all know I love y'all like something serious. I would really call y'all out the blue. So I called my sis on the phone. I was like, my friend, the conference is 2 months away. She said, I know, but just I'm going through all this stuff. I said, by you saying you can't afford something that is 2 months away, you got 8 weeks. You got 8 weeks to see the miracle working abundant power of God showing up in your life. I said, but you have cut off any opportunity for God to bless you in some incredible ways because you're not feeling sufficient. It's 2 months away. You could play the lotto and win. You could sign 10 clients by then. You could do all kind of stuff. She said, well, I'm not working right now. I said, don't you have a business? She was like, well, yeah, I do. I was like, so you just sign a client. And I know I make everything sound so easy, right? But I'm like, don't you have people who are interested in your services? I said, I'm going to be honest. I haven't seen a single Facebook Live. Lou, y'all know I will drag y'all. I love y'all. I'm like, I haven't seen a single Facebook Live. I haven't seen any posts all week about you selling anything. I was like, you're telling me that you don't feel like you have what you need, but I'm looking at, I don't see where you're positioning it either. So I'm all in her business. I'm like, I love y'all. I said, but what we will not do is take away the abundance of God. The abundance of God. For miracle working, amazing magic to happen in my life, God is always moving. I'm always looking for him to do something incredible. I'm always in expectation of him blowing my mind. And then on a earthly level, by his grace, every single goal that I set for myself, I achieve. Every single one. I feel that in my body. When I want to spiral in my own mind, if I want to feel imposter syndrome in my own self, wait a second. Girl, every goal you set, you hit. This one is no different. What? And I feel that inside. So just like we can feel anxiety on this one level, we can also feel sufficiency internally too. So for most of us, those of us who have experienced imposter syndrome, right? It is feeling anxious and not experiencing your brilliance, your magic that you have inside. You can call it anointing, call it whatever you want to call it. This brilliance that you have inside, you're not feeling it on an internal level. So how do we need to course correct our thinking so that we feel sufficient? As I was on the phone with her, y'all, as I was on the phone with her, giving her guidance, it's like, listen, this is all you need to do. Go sell one package, just one. Surely out of the 10 people that DM'd you, one of them is ready to pay. One of them is like, I need this now. I told her, I said, I don't chase anybody anymore who's not ready. Some of us are like, I feel kind of overwhelmed. Some of us just want to do a post about it. No problem. You're not my person. The person that I work with has a vision that keeps them up at night. And me spiraling in my own mind, me micromanaging my family, me doing all the things is blocking me from that abundance. So now I need to go find somebody who's going to help me achieve that. I have to go fix this. I can no longer mentally, physically, emotionally handle dealing with this right here. So I have to expand. I have to go get the support I need. I have to do it. I just don't have time to play anymore. We don't have time for this. We don't have time. We're sitting here talking about, I need this, I need that for my family. I got to accomplish this, but we don't put out anything. No wonder we feel imposter syndrome, because we're sitting on the sidelines watching other people execute. Scrolling on social media, watching other people execute at a higher level, knowing that we could do better, knowing we could be better, knowing that who we are already right now is good enough. You already have what you need. Even as I was preparing for this live, y'all, my mind was like, girl, people out and about on the Saturday. I was like, if 2 people show up to the live to get something good, that'll make it worth it. It's the idea that internally I don't resonate with my own high performance. And so we have thoughts that slow us down. We operate in our feelings. What do I feel like doing? That slows me down. We have all of these different things that are tumbling around. So we end up just buffering, like, the little circle on your TV when your Netflix is loading. When we have all of these thoughts and feelings going on that slow our progress, we're just at a standstill. Okay? When we have imposter syndrome, we feel unqualified, unready. Okay? Somebody said, I don't resonate with my own high performance. What a thought. I literally have, and I've shared this often, but we have a lot of new people here. That 2021, something like that, I was like, I really want to work with Essence Magazine, right? And I use this often because I had to do the work, but I also had to see myself with it ahead of time. So whenever I feel like, sis, you don't got the sauce, right? Whenever I feel that, I have the Janet Jackson issue of Essence Magazine sitting on my mantle by my desk. And I open it up and I flip through and I see my name, Christina Garrett, productivity coach, in the magazine. And I remind myself every single time I hit a goal, I set a goal, I will accomplish it. I might take the scenic route occasionally, not as much anymore. But this is just what we do here in this space. We accomplish goals. And we stay happily married while we do it, and we're present with our kids, and we laugh, and we have joy, and we take naps, but we also kill the game. This is what we do. Thank you, sis. She said, we see it for you too. Thank you. But I see it for y'all, right? So I'm always here like holding space and holding like this next level belief. One of my ladies who's watching, Lude, if you're still here, wave your hand. Lude is a interpreter, a translator. She's a translator. She's one of my clients all the way up in Canada. And she realizes a missing demographic. That all of these incredible books that we read inside the Christian bookstores and Books A Million about anything about the Lord, all of the things, right? They do not come in French. They don't come in French. So there's this whole gap of the gospel being shared. Imagine purpose-driven life in French, but it doesn't come in French. So this whole missing demographic of people who've never accessed that content. It is the knowing how necessary you are to the world. So I got to learn how to take my feelings out of this thing. So after I'm talking to my good sis on the phone this week, and I was like, listen, you have the capabilities. Like, just go sell a service. Like, somebody needs coaching about what you coach about. I was like, go slide them a DM. Say, listen, let's work together. Somebody will be ready. And you need to know that you get to create the results that you desire. There's a lot of this that's in your hands. You're not a victim, right? Imposter is not a disease that just descends upon you. It is a direct result of how I think about myself. Okay? So you end up feeling like a fraud, a phony, doubting your capabilities. And so here I have 3 thoughts that I want to infuse in you today before I get off this live, okay? And if you're going to sign off to go wrestle children, and what I'm speaking is resonating with you, I want to see you in my DMs after this is over, okay? I want to see how we can partner together. I want to see how we can coach, okay? I want to see how we can transform your life between now and the new year, so you don't feel like you got to go to 10 vision board parties. You already know exactly what you're doing, when you're doing it, how you need to do it, and most importantly, who you need to be to make this happen. For you to have total belief and total sufficiency in who you are. But I'm going to tell you something, all of this came through much prayer, much repetition, much personal accountability, and coaching. My sister on Instagram said, not another app. I put the other day, I was like, you getting a new planner is not going to change who you are. We have to have, it's so important that you have people in your life that are there, that are responsible for helping you to identify the thought errors that come up in your mind. I told my girl, I was like, listen, I said, you did not text me and say you need more time to work on your ticket. You didn't say, Christina, can I do a payment arrangement? You got a discount code? You got something? Didn't say that. You didn't say, can I volunteer at the event? Like, you know, you've met me personally. I was like, you didn't say, can I volunteer at the event to help out in exchange for whatever? You didn't say any of that. You came and just canceled out any place of abundance in your life. I said, that is a thought error. That has nothing to do with your financial situation. That has everything to do with your mindset and how you think about yourself, how you think about your own resourcefulness. I did a coaching call with another lady. She said, listen, I'm not financially able. I gave her a practical way to make $1,000 that week. I said, that's something I told her, 2K. I was like, let's just do this. No, I really want to do that. I want to sell t-shirts. You're going to need a lot of t-shirts to make $2,000. I was like, put that on the shelf for now. Let's work on fixing your finances. Let's do that the quickest. That's the quickest thing. You say you got people in your messenger who want services, sell them give them something that they can work with. Transformation comes across the exchange, right? Like yesterday, I was looking at my schedule and I was like, oh my gosh, like it was like client, discovery call. I was like, what is going on? People finding me out of nowhere and they're like, discovery call. I'm a coach. I need a coach. I'm a busy mom. I need support. Like one of my clients yesterday, we were going through her support system. This is sufficiency at its finest, okay? Sufficiency and imposter syndrome are connected because when you feel like you are not high performing, when you don't feel successful, you are experiencing lack of sufficiency. Okay? So I was like, listen, let's just look at how sufficient you are. And because she has certain mental health struggles and all of these things, my sis has a therapist. She has a psychologist that supports her, that she meets with monthly. She has a housekeeper. Y'all hear me? She bad and bougie, and I love it. She got a housekeeper. She has somebody that comes and is an organizer and does her closets and hangs her photos. She has me as a leadership and business support and mom life coach. She has all these other, all these things. She said, and what we came down to was, I, as a woman, as a wife, and as a mother, am more to my family than what I do around my house. The gift that I am, I hope somebody feels this. The gift that I am to my family is my mind and my presence. I, Christina, am the gift to my children. Me cooking for you and doing your laundry is not the gift. I am the gift. Their presence, and I'm talking to my daughter who's 13 about the same thing. You are not valuable because of the things that you do for us. You're not valuable because you perform. You are valuable because of who you are as a person. Okay? So all of these things together, let's get into these 3 points, and I'm going to go make me some lunch. Believe it or not, y'all, I have 8 children at my house right now. My 5 kids, and one of my best friends, she dropped her 3 kids off, and they're out there. 3 small children, but my daughter is babysitting because she's just the bomb with the toddlers. Okay, so we're gonna go through these 3 points. I'm gonna let y'all slide in my messenger because y'all are obviously ready to coach, and then we're gonna create some magic. Okay, number 1, to cancel out imposter syndrome and lack of sufficiency, you have to remember that you are enough. Okay, such a simple sentence, but baby, sometimes we really do forget that I have in here and in here everything that I need already. Everything I need already is just resonating right in here. It was Les Brown who said, he said, a lot of times I don't know what to do. A lot of times I don't know what to do. He said, but Marche. Y'all stop texting me while I'm on live. Y'all are so messy. Okay, so Les Brown would say, a lot of times I don't know what to do. He said, but if I did know what to do, what would that be? A lot of times I don't know what to do. Sometimes we just sit in spiraling about not knowing. Okay, a lot of times we're just not sure about what to do next. But if I did know, what would that be? The other day, Marche, y'all know I'm working on a conference, October 27th through the 29th in Atlanta. I'm working on conference stuff. I have what feels like a really big thing I need to work through in my mind. And I'm like, okay, I'm just not sure. God, help me. I laid down and I went to sleep. Okay. I was like, there's nothing I can do about this problem tonight. Right? Nothing I can do about this evening. So clearly I need to just go to bed. There's no problem solving at 10 p.m. Yes, Atlanta, pull up, Melinda. Okay, I'll message you or you message me. So I go to sleep on the problem. It felt so big in my mind, y'all. But I went to bed I said, I'm just going to lay it down. I'm going to go lay down, like the good song says. And when I woke up the next day, I promise y'all, the Holy Spirit be Holy Spiriting, okay? I woke up and it was like, that's how I do it. I do this, and this will be the result, and this will be the overage, and this right here, oh my gosh. And I told my husband, I said, that had to be God. It had to be God who helped me to solve the issue. And it felt small after I had simmered on it a little bit. Okay. But the idea was, I, in and of myself right now, with God as my partner, I am enough right now. I'm enough right now. Period. Like the skills you have, the talents, your swag, your receipts, all of this is already enough. I told my husband, because I pitched Essence more than once, right? I was like, I'm going to be savage with it. Let me just see what I can get away with. I was just shooting shots. So after I pitched the first time, Melinda, for talking about parenting. And I just shot a general pitch. What you want to talk about? And then she got back to me. We did the filming. That was last year in the spring, right? Then there was like, I got another email that said, hey, we're doing a print article. You want to contribute to the print? After I picked myself up off the floor, I was like, what? I was like, baby, I'm going to be in the magazine. I can open it up and see my name. I'm dead. Somebody come get me off the floor. My life is complete, right? Totally complete. Hi, Sandra. Good afternoon, everybody. So once that happened, I was like, boom. We slide through to the new year. I told my husband, I was like, I wonder if I can pitch Essence Magazine again. Like 3 times in 1 year is kind of a lot. But let's see if we can do it. Sent that email. Feature number 3, right? All in 1 year. Hey, girl. Feature number 3. Then somebody tagged me on LinkedIn. They were doing some kind of article about parenting. Y'all know this is my sauce, right? It's my sauce. And so I was able to hop on, and that was 4 Essence features in 1 year. In 1 year, right? But here's the thing. If I didn't get number 2, if I didn't get 3 or 4, I would have sat in the sufficiency of I did it that one time. I would have soaked up. You hear me? I would have totally soaked up the beauty, the phenomenalness, the excitement of, girl, you did that. You set the goal. You worked on how to accomplish it successfully. You did that one time. If I didn't get 2, 3, or 4, I could still sit there and soak in that one moment. Okay. You are enough like you are. Go back in your Rolodex. Go back in your files. Go back through your social media and look at every single win that you have already had. Go back through all the times that you actually followed through and did what you said you were going to do. Go back and see all of this. I do this with my clients, all the certifications, all the knowledge, all the things you've taught on, all the things that you've experienced that you will put on your resume. Half the time you've forgotten half of the things that you've done. Go back and check your own files. Did you forget that you that chick? Did you forget? Did you get caught up in your mind, in your thoughts and your feelings, in the current state of your circumstance? You forgot? Go check your own files. Go back and look and see how phenomenal you've been all this time. You're already enough right now. You've already done enough to do the things that you need to do. Number 2, you have enough. You have enough. I was talking to one of my clients yesterday. I had like a day full of clients, y'all, which is beautiful. Talking to one of my clients about feeling sufficient, feeling surrounded, feeling loved. Okay. And the ultimate causation of sufficiency, I believe, is surrounding yourself with gratitude. With gratitude, okay? Even though your husband might leave his stuff on the floor sometimes, I've been saying hi to Alicia. Even though your husband might leave his stuff out sometimes, even though your kids are ratchet sometimes, I have seen multiple women this week alone burying husbands. Nothing is that important. If you are home and alive with me, there's just nothing that important to fight about. Let's just stop. Let's just leave it alone. Let's just make the decision that we're not going to be those people. Because at the end of the day, when you're writing his program, his funeral program, does this matter? It doesn't matter. I have enough just like I am. One of the things that I do with my husband and with my kids is we just ground ourselves together. Every single morning, we greet each other. I know this sounds crazy. Every single morning we greet each other. Okay. I go out and I'm like, oh, me and my husband call it like huggissing. You kind of like hug and kiss, like just embracing, loving each other. And with my children, when everybody wakes up one by one, we all hug every individual child. You will not walk past the parent and not embrace the parent. Okay. You're going to love on us. And because this particular client struggled with being affectionate, she just wasn't affectionate by nature. I was like, well, listen, let's look at some benefits to loving on each other well. Okay, this is ultimate sufficiency. I am surrounded by love. I am surrounded by people who care about me. I am surrounded. I am so grateful. When it comes time to offer your services to other people, you might have to sit in however small your house is and be like, wow, I remember when we only had an apartment. I might have to sit in, wow, thank you, God. I have lights and food. That's my sufficiency today. Your sufficiency might be, wow, I remember when all my services were, I had to coach somebody on charging more than $20 an hour. No, you don't charge $20 an hour for no coaching. We just don't. Total sufficiency. Right? It's like, oh no, like at least be market value. I am sufficient in every way. I am surrounded by joy, by laughter, by love, by clients that value me, and I feel the same way about them. The women where I get to walk with them and help them change their lives, and they can take what we learn and move forward with their life, knowing that I'm different in here. Like I'm no longer the same person. I have enough. What's before me right now, enough. Who I am as a person, yeah, I still got growing to do. But you're not going to tell me that I'm not capable of pushing to the other side in this exact moment. So, number one, you as a person are enough. Number two, you have enough. If you just have lights and some laughter, and that's all you got, let that be your sufficiency today. Okay? Let that be your sufficiency. But you got to soak it in. You got to soak it in. You got to feel it on the inside. You got to feel, you got to sit in it until it hits. I, Christina, am the Olivia Pope for working moms. I come into your life and we just fix the problems. I'm the resounding voice for you where we troubleshoot. We figure out how you can rest more, earn more, breathe more. It's all we do. It's all we do. Literally, like fly coat and it's handled, period. This is what we do. This whole thing is just to help you troubleshoot and solve problems. One of my very best friends, like if she died, I'd raise her kids, has me as a coach. And my kids, they're like, Mommy, why are you coaching with Auntie so-and-so? Like, you're her friend. Can't she just call you? So, of course she can. So, but it's a completely different thing for you to have an entire hour of somebody only focused on supporting you. When you call your friends, when you call your husband, your family members, no. We're going to talk about all of us, okay? No, you deserve somebody that's only going to talk about you. And because you have enough, and we're women, we like luxury, soft life, all the vibes. It's just what we do now. This is who I, Christina, am. I told a client this morning, this is my life's work. I'm not quitting my job. Y'all not about to see me coming out with a candle line. Maybe I'll have a mug line one day because all I drink is coffee. But all of these things, like this is my life's work. Mamathon, my life's work. The conference, maternal advocacy, working with nonprofits. Like, listen, this is all we do here is help you get more done on less time. That's it. I'm not about to come and spring up all these new extra things. Nope. Everything's still in the same lane because I have enough under this umbrella right now. How do you need to feel like you have enough? What do you need to say to yourself? How do you need to work on what's happening in here so that we don't have glittery object syndrome? So that we're not moving around looking and seeking constantly for another answer or for someone else's opinion because you really don't trust your own. There were some things it was like, okay, I know that this is my next thing. And I talked to my husband about it, but I wasn't really looking for him to give me the permission slip per se. It was like, this is I trust my intuition. And the result of it is I'm a completely different person now. Okay? You are enough. You have enough. And number 3, I am capable enough. I'm capable. One of the things that I am learning, working on in my own coaching is believing that and then taking action from that place. Because a lot of times we are taking action on our goals in a hustly way, as if I don't do all of these things, this won't happen. Okay? So it goes from, oh, okay, I'm gonna put up a post, I'm gonna do whatever. It goes to now I need to do all 50 things that are on this list this morning. And if I don't do it this morning, I'm gonna stay up till midnight to finish it tonight. Because if I don't do all of these things, it's not gonna happen. I like to leave space for God magic, right? The miraculous happenings in our lives that come as a result of us giving value to others, that come as at the result of us putting beautiful things out into the world. Like even me teaching this live today is me giving value, right? Because somebody is like, girl, you ain't seen my brain. It's like some cats in a bag and a dryer in here. Some of y'all like, oh my gosh, if I could just focus in on my total sufficiency and gratitude, whew. If I stop feeling like I'm missing something and somebody else has a better leg up than me, my life has changed. If you're a person who you offer services and you're like, you know what? I just sit here and think about my ring light. My power is on. I have everything that I need. That's transformational. You got to sit in how much you have in order to give to others. Okay? I am capable enough. Take action with that on your mind. Just like we can feel anxiety in our shoulders, in our chest, in our minds, all whatever. It's a intangible emotion, feeling, thought that shows up physically in our body. Just like anxiety can do that, I can also feel calm. I can feel capability. I can feel power. I can feel certainty in my body too. I can feel that in my body too, right? Like when I say, girl, you the Olivia Pope for working moms. Like you really do be out here solving problems. I'm like, you know what? You are. When I look at my, call them affirmation, call whatever you want. And I'm like, you know what? Every single goal that I set, I achieve. This, whatever's in front of me right now is no different. This is no different. This is going to happen. Y'all see what I'm saying? It's a completely different approach to building goals and wanting more and opening yourself up to availability for incredible things. Like it's all the same. It all goes together. You got to actually have the belief that there's capability there. Every single goal, somebody put that in the comments right now. Every goal I set, I achieve. Every goal I set, I achieve. Every single one. Like feel that. Let it fall on you like rain. Every single goal that I set for myself, I accomplish. Every goal, every single one. If I can put it in my mind, if I can let it sit like, wow, this is actually possible, I'll be able to achieve that. Every goal, not some, not a few, all of them. I see you, Alex. Every goal I set, I achieve it. This is just what we do here. I see you. Hey, Tasha. Hey, Rejoice. Let's go. Every goal that I set, I achieve. I believe that. And maybe you got to go back. Maybe you have to rewind backwards and say, okay, let me look at my receipts to see how this is true. Okay. I did that with one of my clients who's watching today, right? It was like, listen, what do you want to feel about yourself? How is this true right now? Hey, sis, thank you for being here. How is this true right now? Christina, girl, you the Olivia Pope Worker Moms. How is this true right now? I have supported hundreds of mothers in over 40 countries. I'm already a thought leader in this space. I'm already the authority on parenting. I'm already the authority on being a super fly, bossy, hot wife, mom, homeschooling, whatever. It's already true right now. How is this true for you today? Okay. And so as we wrap up, I'm due for some food. I already got my coffee here. I want to just infuse in you that if you don't walk away with anything else, I have enough right now. I am capable enough right now. I'm resourceful. I'm resourceful. Like if I don't have it, I can go get it. How will I go get it? And then you'll start to have ideas just pouring down. God, how do I go do this? And he gonna be like, oh, here you go, baby. That's how you do it. But you do have to have the boldness and the audacity to actually go and work that thing out. You actually do have to go and grab a hold of it and say, I'm going to move forward to the next thing. Okay? You do have to do that. You got to grab it fully. Like, okay, this is possible. Here's how I'm doing that. I'm willing to do that work. I'm willing to do the work. Once God gives me the divine download, he's not going to come down and do it for me. But he will align resources for me to make it happen if I say yes. If I'm willing to say yes, imposter syndrome, thing of the past. Feeling that anxiety, like not feeling your success on an internal level, oh, that's something I could just turn that feeling off. I could just turn that feeling off. I just choose that just doesn't serve me. Let's just think about something else. That feeling, that experience, it's not serving me. I get to go do something different. With this brain of mine, there are a lot of other problems I could be solving with this mind. What will we go and do instead? Okay. So when we begin to think like that, it begins to make a shift for us on purpose, because now I get to like control how I think and what I'm focused on and how I'm going to spend my energy. All of these things together make consistent changes that will rock your life. Okay. And so for all of you who are still here, you're hanging in with me, I invite for you to reach out to me in Messenger. If you have been working through your imposter syndrome, you've been working through, I have these goals, but I have a tendency to procrastinate on it because I'm not sure about what my next step is or if I'm doing it right. Sometimes we have that. Sometimes we struggle with perfectionism, right? Where I want it to be done exactly this way. And if it's not done this way, if it's not executed in this way, then, I'm just going to put it off again and again, or I'm going to continue to labor over this same thing consistently. For some of us, we have what we call analysis paralysis. It's like, I just keep looking at it again and again to the point where I'm not moving forward. I'm not moving forward. Like I'm looking at it's August, it's about to be September. And I have not made any significant steps forward to becoming the person I said I was going to be. I said I was going to do this by the end of August. What is going on? I said I was going to start this new habit this week. What happened? I said I was going to start positioning myself for this. I said I was going to work on this collaboration, this partnership. Y'all, I commented on somebody's thing. They were having like a wellness thing for, it was like diversity and wellness for Delta Airlines. And I was like, I could comment and say such and such. I almost didn't do it. Marche. I was about to be like, you know what? And I said, you know what? Nah, we're going to comment. I was like, listen, I would love to be in touch for the next one. This is my area of expertise. Do you know that the lady who was over global diversity was in my DMs the same day. She was like, I'm going on vacation, but I want to connect. We're always going to shoot our shot because every goal we set, we achieve. Okay. So if you want to walk into your next level feeling prepared, feeling like I got this, feeling like I want to experience my success internally before I get there. Like I want to feel it now so that I walk into it like, oh, of course I'm here. This is who God made me to be. Of course this is happening. Of course. Like this is just what we do here. I spoke for a university this week. They reached out to me and I was like, well, I can do it, but it just depends on what time. And I laughed at myself like, girl, you turning down universities based off of your homeschooling schedule, like not homeschooling, my kids got to be at co-op. And so I was like, you know what? Like, where are we now? Like, we've really moved forward as a person. But having these opportunities lined up, this is just who we are now. But that's a result of being decisive. That is a result of me knowing what I want and what I need to hit my goal. That's a result of me deciding that this is who I am as a person now and not stewing in any imposter syndrome, not overthinking stuff. No, we just go ahead and we make the choice. We go ahead and we make the choice. We go ahead and we jump, right? Because I know on the other side, every single goal that I set, I achieve. All right. So if you want to work, you've been thinking about, I'm scouring the internet looking for productivity tips. You Googling how to be a more efficient human. You out here trying to figure out how not to put your kids out on the curb. You're trying to figure out how to keep your marriage hot and spicy and still hit your goal. Maybe you're working through the success climbing and you're like, well, how do I keep my marriage intact while I climb and all these things? Then I want you to reach out to me because I'm your person. Okay. I'm the person that you've been looking for, and I will be honored to partner with you. We have some really incredible, dynamic women who are on deck, and I am excited to serve you all at the next level this year. I'm talking about conference VIP day on Friday the 27th. I'm talking about when our sister from Essence Magazine comes down and she's going to be speaking on Sunday. You all have priority seating. Like we're doing all the magic for you guys this year. I really want you all to feel as one-on-one clients like that's my coach. The rest of y'all just came to come to the conference. I talk to her every week. Okay. And you know we love our conference attendees, but I'm so excited to take it up another notch and go to the next level with some really brilliant women who want to do some awesome stuff this year, okay? You don't want to go to 10 vision board parties in January. You don't want to have to go seeking around. This is what I'm naming and claiming. You want to have a strategic plan of action for all the moving pieces in your life, okay? For your family, for your career, for your business, for your self-care and mental health. All of these moving pieces going together, that is what we do here with the Mamathon movement. So I'll be so honored to work with you this year. You guys are going to come to like my presidential suite at the Renaissance. Sounds so bougie. To my suite on that Friday the 27th. We're going to meet. We're going to mastermind together. It's going to be incredible. Of course, if you just want to come to the main event, you're welcome as well. But this right now is especially for the ladies who know that they want to take that next step, okay? And you're trying to figure out your plan of action to achieve that, okay? So if you want to come to the conference, DM me, conference. And if you want to be a VIP one-on-one client, then DM me VIP, and then we'll go from there, okay? All right, that's it, y'all. I love you. I'm going to go make some lunch and breathe a little bit. Thank you guys for being here. If you just got here and you wanted to hear all this good stuff, go back, hit the replay because it is so juicy good today. All right. I love you guys dearly. I hope y'all feel it in your soul, and we will see you all next time. Okay.